Hello everybody, this is Jamie Kelley with Otherworldly Fundraising. Before we start, just want to say thank you all so much for taking the time to check out this video. My very good friend Michael Kelley and I have been working on this for about a year, and we're so excited to finally get this out. Jacklife was going to be the original home for this, but Jacklife still has some bugs that we're working out, so while we get that going, we wanted to bring it here to Otherworldly Fundraising, and we hope that you have a good time with us. Otherworldly Fundraising is really great because it's a group of nerds who all get together, and it's all to raise money for charity, and we've helped out a lot of great places over the years. So if you're enjoying this, check out the link below for Otherworldly Fundraising. Don't forget, September is Otherworldly Fundraising Con, every year talking to celebrities and really cool stuff, all for charity on YouTube in September, so don't forget to subscribe. If you want to help support us directly so we can do more videos and bigger stuff, you can get your very own piece of TARtonite at the Jacklife site, JAKLIFE.com, jacklife.com. You can get your very own piece of TARtonite. Nice and light. It'll even glow for you if you put a little tea light in there. So thank you all so much for your support, and take it away, Mike, for the video.
In Superman the movie, the Man of Steel foiled Lex Luthor's scheme of nuclear destruction. In Superman 2, he freed the entire world from the tyranny of General Zod. Both films were such huge hits. How could Superman 3 follow that? One early draft included Brainiac, the super-intelligent cyber-villain from the planet Kolu. Mr. Mxyzptlk, the mischievous magical imp from the 5th dimension. And the Maid of Might from Krypton, Supergirl. That script was ambitious, but too expensive. And then the producers saw this.
What kind? You go to these comedies mainly?
Oh, I want to see Superman 2.
Superman 2?
That's what I'm waiting on to see.
Really?
Yeah. Did you see Superman 1?
Sure.
Well, this one, remember the people was in the glass?
Yeah.
Well, he goes and gets them.
Yeah.
And brings them back to Earth accidentally. And there's 4 Supermans.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and 1 Superwoman. Oh, it's gonna be good. The previews are great. We were sitting in there, yeah, it's soup!
With that, the entire tone of the movie changed. Gus Gorman, Ross Webster, and the Ultimate Computer were introduced to audiences when Superman 3 premiered on June 17th, 1983. And over the years, the reviews have been kind of mixed.
I'm not saying it's the worst film ever made. Or am I? This movie is insulting to children. There are episodes of Super Friends that have far more dramatic weight. This is what we got for the 3rd Superman. This nonsense. Jesus Christ, movie. The stomach acid is starting to rise again because I thought about Superman 3 again. I saw it and it was painful.
Whoa. Okay. But when it came out, Richard Corliss in Time magazine wrote,
"The most entertaining and affecting Superman yet. It's a hit. It's a delight. It's super sequel."
Wow. How much did Warner Brothers pay that guy?
The rest were somewhere in between. Now for me, we have only 4.5 films with Christopher Reeve, and I choose to cherish them, whatever their flaws. But if you don't like this one because there's too much slapstick, not enough Lois, the super feats are comparatively tame, or the villain's a poor man's Lex, I can't fix that. However, if you think the plot doesn't make any sense, about that, we can do something. I'm Michael Kelley. No, not him. I'm Michael Kelley, writer of obscure comics and lifelong super nerd, and I can make Superman 3 make perfect sense.
Wait, so you're gonna fix every plot hole they could possibly come up with in the comments section? That's better.
Gus Gorman. Unemployed screwball, unlikely tech savant. We know little about Gus. At the unemployment office, his record goes back 36 weeks. In the novelization by William Kotzwinkle, he ponders some childhood memories, but later the book also gives the evil Superman glowing green eyes and a black costume, which might have been ahead of its time, but contradicts the film. So we'll stick to the film. In an echo of the original draft, some fans have suggested that he's actually Brainiac, but that doesn't fit for me. Brainiac is not a comedic character. He isn't usually played for laughs. It's not a perfect match, but I think they're so close. I submit that Gus Gorman is actually Mr. Mxyzptlk. Only he doesn't know it. I theorize that he was banished from the fifth dimension to Earth for unknown offenses, stripped of memory, given a human identity, and blocked from all his magic except just enough to protect him from harm. So if, say, accidentally he does something like this...
I can't ski!
Now, if you're thinking, Mixie doesn't look like this. He's been played by 5 other actors in live action, and only one wore his classic comics look. As a magical being, he can and has assumed many guises. And in 2016, he impersonated and actually believed he was Clark Kent. He's also been in trouble with his own people before.
Now, I can't use any of my powers except to help those whom I have wronged.
So all this isn't that far out there. Back to Superman 3. As far as Gus knows, he's just a normal guy trying to get by, but the block on him is imperfect, and some of his magic leaks into the world around him. We see the first effects of this early on when Clark Kent's walk to work is marred by a goofy Rube Goldberg sequence of improbable slapstick events, completely at odds with the tone of the first 2 films.
Bad vibrations?
One in, Mr. Luthor, come right up. You're here. Yeah, I got it. No, go ahead, yeah.
Home run.
Mostly. Something has subtly, or not so subtly, changed in Metropolis. And who's right across the street when all this is going on? Gus at computer school. Maybe earlier he walked the same route to get there, trailing just enough chinks in his wake to wreak brief local havoc. At school, Gus does something with his computer which the teacher claims is impossible, and when asked how, he says,
I don't know. I just did it.
This too is due to that leak. Though he can't access magic consciously, he can unknowingly channel it through earthly mediums, and the crude human tech of computers is perfect for this. Writing code is a bit like crafting spells. You string words and symbols together to form commands to make things happen. The more he does this, the more magic the machines absorb. And the more he networks those, the further that magic spreads. And the power of those machines becomes more impossible and nonsensical. So by the time we get to this traffic jam scene, would you have questioned stuff like this if you'd known Mixie caused it? Or the Vulcan weather tracking satellites spawning tornadoes?
Wait. I mean, those sparkles are cute, but they're not in the movie.
They're visual aids to make a point. The magic is invisible.
Ah, so you're not just a My Little Pony stan. Got it.
Anyway, that leads us to... Enter billionaire Ross Webster. Publicly a philanthropist, in reality a ruthless opportunist. How utterly implausible. Ignorant of Gus's true nature, Ross exploits Gus's skills for his own schemes. And when Superman intervenes, Ross wants him gone. What follows has become the model for every Red Kryptonite story in live action since. On Superboy, Lois and Clark, Smallville, and Supergirl.
Oh, big Supergirl fan, huh? So, what do you like?
Everything. Everything. Except one. On these shows, Red Kryptonite never gives Clark or Kara an ant's head, de-ages them into infants, or makes their hair and nails grow wild. Every time, it just turns them bad. So why isn't Gus's Kryptonite red?
I had this in my pocket. And I'm happy to see you.
So why isn't this red? Because it's not Kryptonite at all. And here's my evidence. Using the Vulcan satellite for another task it isn't built for, Gus scans the distant debris of Krypton to learn the components of Kryptonite. He gets plutonium, tantalum, xenon, promethium, diallium, mercury, unknown. Credit where due. This adds up to exactly 100%. But it also presents a problem. Historically, Kryptonite is described not as a compound of elements, but an element itself, as atomically irreducible as all the others on that list.
Periodic element 126 emits an extremely high band radiation. If a Kryptonian is exposed, the result could be lethal.
Well, that's another universe. Still, why does the scan break down that way? My answer lies in issue number 2 of a short-lived but well-regarded fanzine called Omniverse. Published in 1979, edited by Mark Gruenwald before he moved on to bigger things. In an article titled The Source of Superman's Power, author Peter Gillis writes,
Perhaps the actual radioactive element in kryptonite is minute, being mixed with large quantities of harmless, inert matter. To have all the matter of Krypton, a planet much larger than Earth, turned radioactive would not only require the energy of an exploding galaxy, but would also turn the entire planet into high-energy plasma.
Well, plutonium and promethium aren't exactly harmless, except to Superman, usually. If Gillis is right, then Gus's scan shows exactly what we should expect. Some familiar elements and one marked unknown, which the computer doesn't recognize. By process of elimination, that's Kryptonite, the only possible Kryptonite in there. And when Gus replaces it with tar, what's left you couldn't pave a street with, much less harm the Man of Steel.
What the hell, man? I'm smoking.
So why does it? Yeah, magic. It does what Gus wants it to. But why doesn't it kill him? Why make him evil specifically? Or at least a jerk. Because he doesn't want him dead. Traditionally, Mxyzptlk doesn't hate Superman, he just likes to mess with him. And as Gus, he clearly admires him based on his lively reenactment at the Penthouse Ski Lodge. Gus must obey Ross to stay out of jail. Yet in that same scene, Ross never explicitly orders Superman killed, but that's clearly his wish. His exact words.
A lousy do-gooder. I've got to get rid of him.
And subconsciously, in the magical tradition of be careful what you wish for, Gus gives him what he literally asked for. No more, no less. He gets rid of the do-gooder.
Well, I hope you don't expect me to save you, because I don't do that anymore.
This new evil Superman may start with pranks, but his behavior grows worse and worse until he can no longer live with himself, and he literally splits into two beams. One light, one dark. But there can be only one.
How's that work?
Well, there could be several ways. The spell might have caused it. There could be another new power like the S-Shield Frisbee.
Ah, so, Richard Lester Fever Dream. It's like a superhero ending. Makes no sense, looks cool. Got it.
Sure. Whatever else you think of this movie, their battle in the junkyard is classic, iconic. We can all relate, right? I mean, being forced to face your worst side. We've all been there, right? Something hits you just so, and out it comes.
Okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. She's fine. You know, she's better now. She's had some work done. She's got a new movie coming. That makes one less than I've got, but yeah, 2 more than you have, so there's that, you know. So, back to the junkyard fight. Clark's crisis, not yours. Okay, moving right along.
All right. We know how Clark's fight ends. Superman is whole again, back to his familiar super self. But elsewhere, there's enough magic loose for Gus to build his ultimate computer, including properly reproducing Kryptonite when Superman comes after them. Even he can't defeat it until Gus switches sides and tries to destroy it, cutting it off from his magic and leaving only what's left in its tank. The new compromised computer flails desperately, seizing the national grid and cyborging Ross's sister into its avatar until Superman wrecks the machine, the magic's earthly medium, with a universal solvent. Note that after it explodes, Gus is completely buried under rocky debris, but there's not a mark on him. With Ross defeated, Superman thanks Gus for his help by not turning him in. Instead, he drops Gus off where he might get a fresh start in honest work, but Gus just walks off to... where?
So, what do you think happened to him?
I don't know. Eventually, I assume he was restored to his true self and returned to his own dimension? It's like Superman split at the junkyard. My theory doesn't explain it, and doesn't need to. But there are lots of possibilities, and your pick is as good as mine.
Choose your own adventure? Really?
You know, this is a DC thing. What are you even doing here?
I don't know. Makes about as much sense as the plot did.
I tried to fix that. Do you need fixing too?
Ooh, I was not aware you were a licensed veterinarian.
It's a pet project.
Well, I'm just gonna be right over here. Carry on, Doctor.
Thank you. So, why bother with all this over a movie that's 42 years old? Because it's fun for me. Nitpicking continuity can be fun. Fans have done this for generations, diving into these worlds, exploring them beyond the stories themselves, sharing and debating what they find with one another. This goes back at least to Sherlock Holmes, whose fans meet in good fellowship to celebrate and debate his canon to this day. Stan Lee made a game of it, mainly no prizes, which were inspired by a teenage George R.R. Martin, to fans who found and fixed continuity errors. Those were empty envelopes, by the way. The honor was the thing. Superman 3 may be goofy and absurd, mixes Pitlick stories by design R2. So much that has made so little sense to so many fans for years could be set right by one simple thing.
That one simple thing.
It can all fall into place if Gus Gorman is Mr. Mix's Pitlick. But what do you think? Share your ideas with us. This is all subjective. It's not supposed to be a fight. And maybe we'll have a no prize for you.
No purchase necessary. No prizes, no prize, and nothing will be mailed out. If you have a problem, take it up with Feige. I hear there's a line. No prize, really? I thought this was a DC thing. That's all right. Nobody stays for YouTube wrap-ups anyway.
Wait! I can't let this go. Diallium. It isn't an element, it's a genus of legumes. Why is it in there? I don't know.
Actually, I think I can help with that. Let's consult the knockoff magic window, shall we?
Diallium is a genus of legume, much like our friend the peanut here. But it's not an element on the periodic table. So, on the kryptonite recipe list, I suggest that it represents Kryptonian organic matter, which the satellite so named Diallium because that's the closest Earth analog which it had in its database. For simplicity's sake, it didn't break it down any further, much as it may refer to water simply as water rather than hydrogen and oxygen.
Yeah, his eyes are up there.
Kryptonite, on the other hand, is a single alien element, and thus can't be broken down any further, which is why it was labeled unknown.
Okay. I like it.
Good. Oh, hey, this is my favorite part. Hold on.
Next up, we will finally answer the question on everyone's minds. Mr. Fantastic, does everything stretch?
Mr. Fantastic, does everything stretch? I mean, come on. What the hell?
Fetch!
God, you show one thing. You know what? Fine. I'm glad Supergirl died. Hey, buddy. Look, we probably better get out of here. Kind of looks like a tough crowd. I mean, why do you care about this anyway? It's been 20 years since Kara's been back. Her show lasted 6 seasons. Gunn called her the 4th pillar of the DCU. I mean, it's gotta be good enough for you. I mean, come on. Look, you can't sit at the bar drinking all day. You're no Logan.
You are no Lantern!